Hi, I'm going to be showing you today how to cut out belly bands, and what you're going to be needing is your cotton batting, some cotton fabric that's been pre-washed, a tape measure, a rotary cutter if you have one, a cutting board, and the actual measure piece for the cutting board if you have it, and some scissors if you don't have a rotary cutter. Okay, we're going to show you how to cut the fabric. You can put the fabric either direction. This is face side up, and then this would be face side down, so you can cut it in either direction. This is a salvage edge. You'll want these two together so that the fabric is going the right direction. And then what I use is a rotary cutter, and then I'll measure. I'm going to make a 4-inch belly band, so I will just put my 4-inch here. You don't have to have it, but you can use a tape measure if you do it the other way. And then you're going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces. The fabric is put together, so you're going to cut 2 right across the fabric, which is then going to give you a 4-inch piece. And then there's 2 pieces of fabric here because it's cut on the fold, and you will need 2 pieces. And then you're going to cut the fabric to the length of the belly band that you would like to have. And there's a chart right here of the sizes of the belly bands. And we also have that in the file section on the belly band side. So what I do is I'll measure the length of the belly band. I'm cutting a 4-inch belly band, and I'm going to make it 17 inches long. So I'm going to just go from the fold to 17 inches. And then cut your belly band. So now you have a belly band. So then you're going to turn it with right sides together. And then what you're going to need to do as well is you can use your rotary cutter on your batting. And mine, I've got some pre-cut, so I have a big bolt of the batting, so mine's a little wide. So you can use this as your pattern for the size of the batting that you're going to need, and you can just cut it if you want, or you can use a rotary cutter. So it doesn't have to be perfect because you can trim it once you get it sewn together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and stitch all along the edges 1/4 inch. And then I leave a space in the center on this side and go ahead and stitch down here for 1/4 inch. And then you're going to turn it, and that's how you cut down belly bands. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make belly bands. We have a belly band chart on our website. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to have 2 pieces of fabric, length of the belly band you're making, and 1 piece of the Warm and Natural or 100% batting. You're going to cut that out. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to take a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, and I leave a little spot open on one side so that you can turn it, like right here. So, and this is one way of doing a belly band, and I'll show you a different way as well. So, so that would be open, and you would turn it. And then once you turn your belly band, then I sew around the edge all the way around. You do your little swoosh to hold the batting, and then you actually just put your Velcro on. And I always use 1.5 inch Velcro unless it's for the little teeny tiny belly bands, and then I would use the smaller, but I like the 1.5 inch. I always make a long piece of the soft side to where they can adjust a little bit more, gives them a little bit more grip. And then I make these a little bit longer for the gripper side as well. So now I'm going to show you how to do the other style belly band that we have instructions. In the files section, we have instructions by Susan Newton, and it's really great instructions that she's put together for us. And what this is going to do, it's the same situation belly band, but she has a nice end on hers. It's a tapered end. She has the measurements in there. And then what I do, once I measure one, depending on if it's a 3-inch or a 4-inch, I take a piece of newspaper, make me a template of the measurement, and then I can just reuse that and I don't have to measure every time. And that's just the way I do it. So you're going to do the same situation. You're going to cut your ends, and then you're going to stitch all the way around. And I believe she cuts this at an angle. I didn't do that. This one kind of is not, it's a little bit more difficult for me, so I stick with the other one. So then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to actually have your ends, and then you're going to leave one end opened, and then you're going to actually turn it, and then you will do the stitching all the way around like we normally do. You do your little swish down the center, and then you add your Velcro to it. Our members are really good with these. I am not the best with these, but they work for the time being. Now I wanted to give you guys some information, just in case you hadn't thought of it, is all your batting left over from diapers, and you're going to have strips of batting left over. And what I do is I cut them in the widest strip I can, and if you have short pieces, you can actually overlap them in your belly band a little bit, and you can actually use them because it'll just give you a little bit more absorbance in that area, or you're just not wasting as much. And then you're going to go ahead and sew it as usual. And then once this is pinned in place and then you do your swish, it will stabilize the belly band. But it's a good way to use up your scraps. I never waste anything. I try to always go with the 4 or 6-inch strips first, and then you can go down to your 3-inch strips. So there shouldn't be any waste on your batting, hardly at all, and stuff, because it is a little expensive. So anyhow, hopefully that explains how to put belly bands together. They're really simple, real fast, and you have a lot of choice of fabrics that you can do. So enjoy.